Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a book review on Everless by Sarah Holland. This is going to be my first book review of 2018 and I decided to start doing them a little bit different so that way I can stay organized and hopefully you can follow along as well, okay? So first off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the book. Everless is about a girl named Jude and... Ooh, did I say Jude? Wrong book. So first I'm going to tell you a little bit about the book. Everless is about a girl named Jules who lives in Simpera, and basically the whole entire world concentrates around time. I know, of course, everything concentrates around time, but for them, time is currency. Basically, the rich get to live forever because they have all the money, so they have all of the time. While the poor, they use time to pay their rent, do groceries, and, they oftentimes bleed themselves dry trying to turn their blood into different coins of currency. And so Jules, who lives with her father out in one of the neighboring towns, wants to help her father out because it turns out they're behind on the rent. He doesn't have enough money, he doesn't have enough time, and she's now old enough to finally bleed herself in order to bleed, give some of her blood and turn that into currency. But her father doesn't want her to do that because obviously her father wants to allow his daughter to have all the time that she can. And so he's trying to do whatever he can, but he's starting to get weaker and weaker and he can't keep up with the rent. So Jules has decided that she's going to take it upon herself to get a job in the one place her father does not want her to go back to, and that is Everless. When Jules was young, her and her father actually used to live in Everless. She grew up in Everless until she was a young girl. And then events at the estate, I'm not going to say it's a castle, but at the estate, forced them to flee. And so they are never supposed to go back. They are always on the run from one of the girlings, from the girling's sons. And because of that, her father does not want her to go back. But Jules has decided Everless is the only way that they can actually make enough money to stay on top, because the queen is coming to visit, so they need extra servants and extra help around the estate, and so they are paying a lot of money to people who want to come work at the estate. So Jules decides to sneak out and go get a job at Everless. When she gets to Everless, she starts to notice a lot of things going on. She starts uncovering secrets and a lot of history between the queen, and they have a whole back history between what's known as the sorceress and the alchemist. And so that is basically how their whole entire world was shaped. And so as she starts to find that out, she starts to get more and more curious how things work out and who the queen is, who the future queen is going to be, and who the future queen is marrying Jules' long first love. And she starts to try and get close to the queen and figure things out. And as she does that, she starts uncovering more and more secrets, a lot of which actually revolve around her and her family and why she actually had to flee Everless in the first place. So I'm going to leave that there because anything else would be a spoiler, and I'm going to try and keep these non-spoilery for now on. But now for my new way of breaking down these videos. So overall, I gave this book 3 stars because I liked the concept of the time as currency and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't really like how it played out. I don't know, like I felt like I was missing so much. Like I felt like I was missing a lot, and just overall I felt like it was a 3-star book. That's how I felt. Main character Jules, I'll give her 3 stars because most of the time she frustrated me because she wouldn't listen. She wouldn't. And I hate when characters do not listen. Like, that really ticks me off. Like, we're not just talking like, oh, like, that's minor, let me do that. No, we're talking major stuff she just does not listen on. And so because of that, she oftentimes gets herself in trouble and doesn't understand how that affects the larger outcome. And that really bothers me. And her character was kind of bratty sometimes. And I'm hoping it gets better in the next book, because there is a setup for another book. So I am hoping that she does get better. The theme of this book, I gave 5 stars. I loved this time concept. It was so interesting, and how you could add time to your life, how you could literally drink time away, or how you could literally give time away in order to live or in order to survive on either aspect. And so I loved that concept. I wanted more, and I wanted more people to have more time, but I don't always get what I want. But I loved that whole theme and concept. It was something I really hadn't read before, hadn't seen before, and I really, really liked that. And then finally, for my antagonist, my bad guy, my villain, I'm not going to tell you who it is, because that part was kind of a twist. That was kind of a twist and kind of a switch, and I really liked it. But I gave the bad person 5 stars because of that twist, and because you really didn't expect this person to be the bad person, you know? And so I gave that 5 stars because I felt like the person, trying not to use pronouns, I felt like the person who is the villain, the antagonist, really did a good job. And so because of that, I gave her 5, gave him 5, gave him, her, gave her, him, her, it, person, 5 stars. Because I can't wait to see what else the villain does in the next book. And see how Jules overcomes this villain, because she has a lot to learn. Like a lot to learn. So yeah, that's how I break down this book. I still recommend this book because I'm hoping it's leading up to bigger and better things in the next one, whenever that one comes out. So I definitely still recommend this book and think that you should add it. This cover was an exclusive cover. I forget from which box, if it was Owl Crate or Fairy Loot. If you're looking at my cover, like, where can I find that cover? It was an exclusive cover from a box that I got. And so the main cover is black, and it looks really good too, and I might get it just to have both covers. But anyway, that is my review on Everless by Sarah Holland. Definitely add it to your TBR pile. I'm not saying go out and read it right now. I'm not saying it's that magnificent of a book, but it's still pretty good, and it's an easy read. But anyway, let me know what you thought about this book. If you loved it, if you hated it, if you thought it was meh, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on all social media. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you are subscribed, welcome back, and thank you for watching. And until next time, keep turning the pages.